Hello and welcome to online edu classes of Brilliant Public School by Kailash Kumar sir. Children, today we are going to continue with our previous topic of class 5 English, that is chapter 14, The Pied Piper of Hamelin. This poem is written by Robert Browning and this is the second part of our video. In the first part, we have studied that how the town of Hamelin is totally disturbed by the presence of rats, and the townsfolk or the common people, they protested against this all things. So finally the mayor is coming to a decision that he should find out a solution. So at the same time, the Pied Piper comes there in very funny appearance, and he makes a deal with the mayor that he is ready to get away or to get rid of the rats. The only thing he wants that in return of his work he should be awarded with 1000 guilders. But the mayor tried to bargain. Anyhow, let's see further what happens in the story. Act 2, Scene 1. The Pied Piper, now on the street, dances and plays his magical tune. The narrator is back on the stage. The narrator says, "Into the street the Pied Piper stepped. With each shrill note his pipe uttered, it was as if a loud army followed and muttered." Muttered means say something in a low or barely audible voice, especially in dissatisfaction or irritation, as the people were totally irritated by the presence of rats there. So when this new person came there to help them out, they all followed him by hearing the sound of the flute. Many of the children even dressed as rats. Let's see further. The Pied Piper plays his pipe. He dances, hops, and skips. Behind him, we see an army of children dressed as rats. As you can see in these pictures, the Pied Piper is playing his pipe, his flute, and he moves forward by dancing, by hopping and skipping. And large number of children in the dress in the costume of rats, they are following him. The people also, the children also dance and skip and follow behind him. We see rats of different sizes and heights, each performing a small solo move, as they are called by the narrator. Narrator says, "The muttering grew to a grumbling." Grumbling means the action or fact of complaining in a bad tempered way. And the grumbling grew to a rumbling. From the houses the rats came tumbling. So, by hearing the sound of the magical flute, the rats got hypnotized, they got possessed, and they all came by rumbling and tumbling away from the houses. Out of the houses they came. Great rats, small rats, lean rats, brawny rats, old rats, young rats, fathers, mothers, and uncle rats. In fact, the whole entire family of the rats came out of all the houses, each and every nook and corner, wherever they were hiding, they came away and they started following the Pied Piper. More rats join and follow the Pied Piper. They are being led to a river. The rats dance into the river, stick their tongues out, and drown. So, what happened here? The rats, as they were hypnotized by the magical flute's sound, so they all were drowning in the river, in the water. Narrator: from street to street they joined. Step by step they followed dancing, until they danced into the river, plunged and perished. There was but one rat who survived that day, a rat as short as Julius Caesar that swam across and lived to tell the tale. So, No single rat was left in that town of Hamlin, but fortunately, there was one rat whose name was Julius Caesar. He was survived and he lived to tell this tale to us. Light falls on the anxious rat who is the sole survivor. As you can see in this image, there is one soul, the only survivor who was living there to narrate us this story, this tale. Julius Caesar rat trembling. So he was shaking or curing due to anxiety, as he was so much worried that the other family members are drowned and dead. When I heard a shrill note from a pipe, I dropped the apple I set my eyes on. I moved from the pickle tubs. I left ajar a cupboard. Ajar means slightly or half open. So he was inside that cupboard and followed the sweet sound of the pipe. So by hearing the sound of the flute, that pipe, he also got hypnotized and he followed that sound. It said, means the sound of the flute said, "O rats, rejoice, the world is yours. So munch on, crunch on, take your breakfast, supper, dinner, and lunch on." The next thing I knew, I was drowning in the river. So, this was the call from the flute which the Pied Piper was playing. The very next thing this Julius Caesar rat remembers is that he was drowning in the river. Next is Act 2, Scene 2. The people of Hamlin rejoice and dance on the street. The mayor gives instructions to his people and he ignores the Pied Piper. What happens here? As soon as the Hamlin town gets rid of the rats, the people are overjoyed and due to excitement they marched in street and they are expressing their happiness. At the same time, mayor is giving instructions to the people that they should do these all things so that the rats should never come again. But unfortunately, on the other side, he ignores the Pied Piper. He didn't pay attention to him. So, narrator says, the people of Hamlin cried and rejoiced. They rang bells, they danced, they sang at the top of their voice. So, this was the expression of excitement of the people of Hamlin when they got rid of rats. Mayor says, "Go and get long poles, poke out the nests, block up the holes, consult the carpenters and builders, and leave not a trace of the rats." So, Mayor instructed the people to poke out the nests and block up the holes where the rats live. So, and also he ordered to consult the carpenters and builders that no single hole or no single place should be left out where the rats used to live. Ignores means refuse to take notice intentionally. Here, the mayor was ignoring the Pied Piper. He didn't want to pay the amount 1000 guilders to him. Pied Piper says, "First, can I have my 1000 guilders, please?" Mayor looking appalled. Appalled means greatly dismay or horrify. Now it was the turn of Mayor to pay him back because as per the deal, the Pied Piper has made all the rats away from the town and the town is now free of rats. Mayor laughing as though it was a joke. So Mayor, he is behaving in a manner that it was a joke for him. To pay such a sum to a wandering fellow with a gypsy coat of red and yellow. We saw the rats drown. Our business is down. There is no way the dead can come back to life. Now, gypsy means a member of travelers who travel and live in caravans. The mayor is giving his excuse that the rats are drowned. We have witnessed, we have seen from our eyes. Now our business is over. Now the rats are never going to return back to Hamlin, so we are not going to pay you this money. Mayor scoffing, the 1,000 guilders was a joke. We are all quite broke. Our losses have made us thrifty. So instead of 1,000, we offer you 50. Broke means having no money, and thrifty means careful about spending money. So the mayor is further telling that this incident which caused here has left us with very little money, and now onwards we are very careful about spending money. So we are not going to pay you 1,000 guilders, but we offer you 50 guilders. The Pied Piper in very angry mode, everyone is grateful. Pay me what's mine. I will not discount a single piece of silver. If you don't give me what's mine, I'll be forced to play a different tune. So Pied Piper in very angry mode, in every angry condition, is telling that everyone is grateful in his or her place, but whatever I have done is my own hard work, so you have to pay for it. I am not going to discount a single piece of money. So if you don't give me what's mine, then I am forced, I am bound, I am compelled to play such a different tune which will make you suffer a lot. Mayor laughing at him, you threaten us, fellow? Well, do your worst. Blow your pipe till you burst. Now mayor is telling him, whatever you want to do, you can do. Don't threaten us. Next is Act 2, Scene 3. Light falls on the narrator. Narrator says, once again the Pied Piper stepped into the street, laying his long pipe and touching his teeth. He blew 3 notes. He danced and he skipped. The next was, the narrator says here that as the Pied Piper was very angry and very annoyed with this behavior of the mayor, so he started playing a different tune by his pipe, by his flute. He danced and he skipped. The children now, out of their rat costumes, are seen rustling, hopping, dancing and skipping behind the Pied Piper. Rustling means move or act quickly or energetically. Hustle. So it was the turn of Pied Piper now to make him learn a lesson to the mayor. Narrator says, the Pied Piper played such sweet, soft notes that forced the children out of their homes and kindergarten. Boys and girls run out, smiling, flashing their smiles, skipping and laughing. So narrator is narrating the story and saying that the Pied Piper played such a sweet sound, such a sweet notes through that flute, through that pipe, that the children were forced to run out of their homes. The boys and girls smiling, flashing their smiles, skipping, laughing and enjoying, they all were compelled to come along with the Pied Piper. Narrator further says, like fowls means poultry, like in poultry farm how the chicks are there. Like fowls in a farm, when grain is scattered, came the little boys and girls with rosy cheeks and curls. So as if there was something very interesting, very exciting for these children, they all came out of their homes and they followed the Pied Piper. So this much in this second part of our video, children. This will be continued, the story, the third part of the video. So I hope this part is clear to all and the story is also clear to you all. Thank you all. Have a blessed day.